Can anybody hear me? Testing. Wonder how you can make yourself look good in these. Yeah. Testing. Wonder how you can make yourself look good in these. Yeah. I don't know if that's possible about looking good. Woo! I got it going on. Yeah. Thank you, Christina. Yeah, my earbuds have, like, I guess, taken their last trip. I can hear my videos and stuff I watch, but I didn't know. And crazy enough, I've actually got views on that one. Trying to share screen here, kids off the internet because and you got 10 slots, but you got 8 people logged on, of them with different devices. It kind of doesn't matter how good your internet is. See, there it goes. It should try to restore itself. Let's let it do that. Okay, come on, guys. Let's do this. I don't know. I may have to move my computer too. Come on, internet. Do your thing. A couple of things I wanted to talk about tonight too. Um, my computer's just acting stupid. I swear. Um, what is up? I don't know what I did, guys. I can't see chat. I did something to my computer. So, how was everybody's Christmas? I hope it was good. Um, I had a good Christmas. I was sick. I'm still very sick, but I'm like a lot better. Like, I'm not very sick anymore, but I was very sick. Jeez. I I know that, when I was younger and I had urinary tract infections, I don't remember laying in bed with fever and migraine headaches so bad and pain like I had. And it happened fast. I was like, hey man, I feel a little pressure. I got an infection. The next day, like I didn't even have time. I called the doctor. They said Friday. This was Tuesday. Next day, Wednesday, I'm down with the migraine. Thursday, I get up and I'm like, I can't wait till Friday. You have to take me to the ER. And I couldn't drive myself. I was real lightheaded and dizzy. And when I got to the ER, he had said that my heart rate was like real high. And that or dehydration, like pain or dehydration, make your heart rate go up. And that was what it was. I hadn't taken medication for like days. So, and I'm tired of this internet. It's a crappy uh, connection today, so I hope we can get through. I'm real kind of grumpy and grouchy, anyways, but I'm feeling. So the topic is real magic, and if you've heard me talk about our essence, our energy, that is our magic field. That is what we have to work with. And okay, so if you've noticed, if you go into a place of worship and it feels good, then that means that a lot of people have been praying with their heart, like pure heart. And that is also a high spiritual or magical place. So if you meditate at your home, you will begin to notice energy swirls or waves, or and you'll feel love. You'll feel a lot of love around you. And the good thing is, what you're doing is you're putting that loving intent into your atmosphere. And so then the people that come into your home feel that. That's how you get good energy buildup is, your thoughts, your feelings, they put off vibrations, and prayer. Prayer helps so much, and it becomes your magical fortress. See, and you can begin to use your energy to heal yourself. Yeah, that's why they tell you laughter is good medicine, happiness heals, things like that. I'll tell you, you build on your internal frequency in your body throughout the 28-day moon cycle. And every the moon goes through every astrological sign and stays for 2.5 days. And when the moon is in your sign, that is when your energy is at its highest. And so if you meditate on that energy throughout that cycle, and it's easy to learn when your moon sign is, you can look up moon signs. Sorry. You can look up the moon signs on Google, and your moon sign will be or not moon sign, your sun sign. You want to look up the moon transitions, and when it goes into your sun sign for the 2.5 days, that's when your energy is at its highest. And so, if you work on that throughout the month in a positive frequency and vibration of love, right? On those 2.5 days, that's the days that you rest. During meditation times, the days that you the source, to God, to a higher power. But it's also the manifestation days. So those would be the days that you've imagined all throughout the month. You've prepared, you've harvested, you've planted your seeds, you've done whatever. Well, the harvest is the 2.5 days, because those are the days that you set your intent. You fill it with imagining what you've received, what you've already received, what you're asking for, and you seal that with love, and that's where the vibration will go out and directly connect to you, or come back to you. String theory. I love string theory. I love it. I didn't understand any of it until that happened with Derek. So I want to talk about that frequency and vibration and how it can also be hexing. And that's, you okay, in the Bible, you know, We know not to speak ill of people. We know this. But when you are in anger and you're like that, da, 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 da. Perfect example is the night that Chili wished stuff on people and kids. He was so angry, he sent out a negative frequency. That is hexing. That is spell. That's witchcraft. That's what you call witchcraft. Because you never want to send an evil intent out like that. And that's why they say, that the knife is a silver blade or whatever. Excuse me. And feelings, it's the feeling you put behind it. That's why it's always good to feel, heal, and let go. I feel like that on the flip side of that, that is why they have us in constant fear, in a fear based mentality, or try to get us in that, is due to the news and information, or they want to control our thoughts. Government means to control someone's mind. So that's what that all is. Oh, did you guys hear about Stanford's study of words that we cannot say anymore? And brave and American are two of them that they don't want you to say anymore. They want you to call yourself a citizen, a legal citizen. And don't use brave. Just avoid it, is what it says. There's a bunch of other crazy things in there, but it's like we are being slowly, and I don't think it's slow, I think it's fast. Slowly or whatever, fastly led to continue to get further from ourselves. And the further you are from yourself, the further you are from God, you are from the truth. Truly, and I know there's a God. I talked to God when I came home for my to get ready to get divorced, and I never got divorced, but I never expected what happened to happen. But I talked to God. I had, and I think I was being prepared for that. And when I had communicated with God, he had told me about the Jacob's ladder. That's what popped in my mind, because I was like, why is this happening to me? Why am I going through the same cycles? And it was because I hadn't healed something. And that's it. We that's why it's important to not hold on to anything. I finally found my hair brick, guys. Well, hang on just a second. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, they meaning the controllers, the one percenters, the people with more money than us, religions, governments, they all want control, because to control someone's thoughts is to control their mind, their soul. If you control someone's mind, you control their soul, which is scary, because that's the one thing we got to keep so we can get back to God. Just saying. So, anyways, if anybody has any questions they want to ask, this is Tarot Tuesday, and I have my tarot cards ready. Oh, I can't see the chat. I've got to fix this, guys. I don't know what I did. Maybe if I do that and all my stuff will show up. No, I don't like that. Um, Screen. I don't want to have to restart because I'm doing it, and it seems like the internet is messing up, and just can't see what's going on with chat. And so that sucks. Let me try to expand this. I'm always having something going on, guys. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Maybe we might have to. I hate this. I want my stuff to go right. Let's see. Hmm. There's no way I can do it. This is really frustrating. Here we go. Well, it is what I need, but let's see what we can do here. I don't know. I may have to shut it down and come back on just so I can see my chat. What the heck? How did I do this? Like, I just keep messing up. Yeah, in order to get my chat, I'm probably going to have to go out of here. I don't look stupid. Like, dumb. Now I can't get it back. Okay, so let's. Hmm. You know what? I'm about ready to go back to StreamYard. It was a mistake buying this subscription. Every time I go to try to share something, internet bogs down. Every time I go to send a link to somebody, I can't count how many recordings, just the recordings, that while I'm recording, it starts buffering. And I've got good internet out here for the country. It shouldn't be this way. I don't know. This is my fault, but I don't know how to start recommending anybody every stream. So how to fix this. I did it. I absolutely did it. Yes. Yeah. Now I feel a lot better. Yes. Now we're actually getting somewhere. I can see the chat now. Thank you. All right. So it looks like it's bogging down, because there's hardly ever any internet, even though you've got full band, you should have internet. Kelly Fitzpatrick. Supper is in the oven and I'll be in and out. Cool beans. What's for dinner? I know I'm cutting in and out. It's this crappy internet, man. I don't know. Well, I mean, me clicking on stuff, trying to fix stuff in the background probably wasn't helping. So it might like smooth out because it was running smooth for a minute. And then, silly me. So I can see your chat now, and if anybody, so that's how we're going to do the readings. If you have any questions, I'll just answer it in the chat. If you don't want me to say, um, like, oh, well, I don't know how to do it. Is there private chats locked? I was going to say if there's a way for me not to use your name, I will, but, and just answer your question. But you know how the game goes. We're all adults. Ask questions you don't mind people seeing, and I'll answer them. Damn pig ones. Yeah, I think they are messing with the internet bad. They're trying to take over. I mean, that's all there is to that. I totally believe that there is someone trying to take over because life is just too crazy. Some of the stuff that's going on, you're just like, what the what? Don't do off the bottom. Well, I got my hidden cards over here. Hmm. Um, I think I could probably. Hey, thank you. All right, Christina. Um, what's your question? Just put it in the chat, and I'll answer it for you. Because where the internet's so crazy, I don't want to bring anybody up and then it start going in and out again. It's just storm is on the way. You best believe it. I do 100. Oh, it's for David. Okay. I'll ask it. Oh, you're asking David. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm a little slow. So I'm on my seventh or sixth day if I have to go a whole nother round. That's how I thought I was dead. You know what's crazy is when you're real sick and like when you get better, it's like you automatically come online and you're like, dang, like for Christmas, lay in bed and die, basically. So, but I did not. So we could check out the new year and we in on like what's going to happen in the new year as far as the world goes or society goes. Hmm. Shit, deep eating. Shit's deep. So, yeah, I definitely am. Some of the channels I watch, I know that like a friend of mine that records. He's a smaller channel, but he is noticing it. Like the limit had to get 2 dozen eggs. Couldn't buy any more than that. That's starting. And if you're seeing it in some of the other states, it just hasn't come down yet. But it's coming our way. And the things on the list, I read a list about things that are going to be on a shortage. Alcohol was one of them. So if you want to be a lush, which hey, I don't judge anybody for drinking. I've had addiction issues in my life, so I have no room to judge anybody for doing anything at all. Okay, so that's not it. I myself don't like to drink. I don't like the feeling of possibly someone else can control me or the situation. And With like marijuana, I don't feel that way. I feel more normal. Yep, power stations. That being outright attacked. Power stations are being attacked outright. Like, that's nuts. That is nuts. And that's not an accident. It's definitely by design. Um, if you look at some of the weather patterns, a lot of it is cyclic, and they don't want to tell you that. It's events that have happened for thousands of years, and it's that time. So they don't want to tell you that. They want to call it global, whatever, you know, warming. I don't know what I can say and not say something. Um, yes, spirits, flesh eating spirit. That's what I was saying about the alcohol. And so I don't like drinking because of spirits. And I've told people that, you know. And the thing is, they're already all around us. If you believe in good and evil, they're already all around us. But if you lower the grab that they can have on you, or the grip that they can lower that guard down by drinking, then they can get in and get a hold of you. And so I don't like that very much. And HARP is a real thing. I heard it had been shut down, but on its site. Wow. That's guys, when they turned that on, this was back in the summer. One of the times they have to let air air, you know what I'm talking about, airports, air flight controllers know, because it could kill the plane and knock it out of the sky. Birds have been known to fly out of the sky. So it is definitely true right there. That is the truth. That is the truth. So, okay, I have decided that I am a no earther. I'm not from here, anyways. So, the reason I'm saying this, I'm a no earther. None. None ya. Um, even the Bible says, it talks about the four corners of the earth. The emerald tablets, which can be dated as written back, before Constantine? It's like in the Christ era that these books were written, and they talk about the four corners of the earth. Now, I kind of think that I'm open. I this is the camp I subscribe to. I don't know, and I would rather not know, but be researching what than to say, oh no, it's a globe, and I'm one undo. Because honestly, our maps never showed a globe until after a certain year in school. Yeah, they did. They changed the components to corners. In the Emerald tablets, it says something else. I read it today, but I'm scared to share screen and show you. But it's important information because these are scripts and components that scripts, mythologies, and philosophies that were written thousands and thousands of years ago. So if they were seeing or this stuff, then I mean, and if you look on, there's a guy, David Wise, is it? Um, it is awesome information. This guy, he talks about, right, was 1492. And we didn't have a globe in our classroom, but the map showed like a sphere. And I don't believe that either. And the reason I even started researching the shape of our earth is when I had communicated with God and Derek happened, because that was the first tangible thing that showed me something wasn't right. Yeah, my internet, Kelly, it's crazy. I'm trying to stay in one position, not use. I'm Italian, so I'm. Hey, gotta talk with my hands, yo. Um, Markle, I'm not. But when I learned that, hey, I'm communicating with the soul that should be in heaven or hell, I was too. What else was I lied to about? That's when I started, like, I started questioning everything. Nothing made sense anymore. And I went through the stage of grief. Like, I even went to, I feel duped. I feel cheated. I've been lied to. Yes, stay in the light for sure. Stay in the light. And black magic is something that's why I wanted to talk about this tonight. It is something that is as easily as your negative thoughts or feelings. It's as easy as you actually being duped into worshiping something that they told you to worship and that you've done for some, because somebody told you it was tradition and you're doing it, right? And you don't realize that someone somewhere is taking that energy and using it for a negative purpose. How come during the holidays, I know that it's colder, people are stuck in their houses a little bit, but rich people aren't. And how come it seems like crime rate goes up during that time? Um, Maybe it's because they've siphoned enough of our energy to convince someone to go do that heinous act that they show on the news. I'm just saying. No, Sovereign. That's funny. No, I'm on antibiotics. I'm not on steroids, thank God. But dude, I've been in the bed for like so long. This is true. Do not accept the contract. You got to question everything. That's my theory. Question everything. Everything. Even if 50 people that you know or think are normal and smart and know what they're doing are doing it, you still better question it. And the best way to question it is to do what I was saying at the beginning, where we have our lives, our energy, our source. You go within. You go within. And if you're on that energy, all the 28 days cycle like you're supposed to, and the 2 days of the moon being in your sign, you let it go up, and it will. The fluid will go up your spinal cord. All those vertebrae that are the same age as Jesus, that's the River of Jordan. It all matches up in the Bible. It's just, I feel like the Bible is a story of our body and how to use astrology to go through your life. That's why those were the main things, not the Bible. Um, wasn't, taboo and witchcraft. But I mean, it's not all the truth. It's all jumbled up, mixed up, and we don't know what the truth is. You have to search for the truth. Kundalini, yes, it's exactly what it is. That Kundalini energy, it's an oil. It's like a cerebellum, is what they call it, and it's a yellow, secret, you know what I mean, secreting oil in the bottom of your spine. That is the root chakra. To ever get it above that root chakra and up through your, it just did it as I was imagining it. It feels good. Whew. It gives you a rush. But you start by going in prayer and meditation and imagining that. And what you want to balance yourself out. You want to ground yourself. Hey, one of my favorite grounding meditations can be used in witchcraft. I'm just going to tell you. Because what it is that you learn when you meditate to imagine yourself as a bird. You'll see, I'm flying through the air. What does it look like? Like, I'm real good at imagery. I just imagine myself as a bird. You get that good the more that you practice. And the more things that you practice, you're becoming. It actually teaches you how to ground and become more closer to yourself, your soul. But it's also one of the basic teachings that they use to teach you to astro project. The CIA uses that technique, that very technique, to teach their agents how to astro project. Pretty cool, huh? I think it's pretty cool. I think it's really cool. That is exactly got the SERP staff from the medical. Of course, you can't make any money if you tell people that there's no money in that. So if you give them a pill made out of petroleum, well, then they're going to get anyways, and they'll have to cover. Just you start noticing all these things that are set up to misguide us. When if you balance out those chakras, did you know your heart chakra has everything to do with your heart area and the functioning of your heart and that? Did you know the chakra right below it has everything to do with your bladder and your kidneys and on down your intestines and your colon and so on? Each chakra has connections to parts of your brain. Your lungs, your heart was your lungs, and the throat. So all those chakras, you want to imagine spinning the colors that they are in a clockwise manner to get rid of, because that pushes out energy, and a counterclockwise manner pulls in energy. So when you go into meditation and you have all those chakras open, you're going to imagine the pull down for information, and you'll feel it. It'll feel like little packets of information coming into your mind. But you have to get to where you're clearing out those chakras, you're able to clear your mind and see what happens. Like after you clear your mind, you will see the answers will be there. You'll feel it in your heart. You'll know it. You know what's better than downloads? I get them all the time. One of the downloads I got this past week was the connection to Earth being like a matrix. And the reason that I got that download was because I needed to look further into that subject. I already feel that this reality is programmed, and what's better than feeling is knowing. And when you make these connections with your kundalini, you raise that up and you are connected to God, it's a knowing. It's not a thought. It's not an idea. It's not I believe. The difference between beliefs and knowing is so much, and it's an all knowing. And then you start getting information about things you didn't even know. That's how I got all my information. It's exactly how I got it. I tapped into that. Yes, our heart connects to Earth's heart, which is supposed to be, its heartbeat matches ours. The rhythm, when I say black magic, we are controlled by black magic and we are under a spell. The energy frequencies that the planets emit are being distorted for a purpose. Like it's set up like that for a purpose, for a reason. And if you want to think in terms of, yep, Schumann resonance, we are totally connected to it. And so, hey, when it spikes in a negative frequency, I'll wake up with a migraine and not have. But it could cause sicknesses. It could cause breathing problems. It could cause you to have heart attacks. It could, if it's in a knee. And so the thing is, that's why it's important to stay in that loving frequency. Look through everything. Look at everything through the lenses of love, even hate and anger and fear. That's how you get it. And through the lens of love is the third eye. And you open that third eye by doing your kundalini and connect it with source. And the thing is, you'll your life up, you'll start making better changes yourself. You honest with yourself too of what you need to change. Rubber shoes does keep us from grounding the earth. I mean, think about it. Our ancestors slept on the damn ground and they were healthier than us. I mean, they didn't, it's all by design. They they changed energy frequencies on earth to be able to take over our soul, to take control of our soul, and that's what the goal is. And so when you totally believe that this church preacher or priest, hey, I grew up Catholic and I'm going to throw them under the bus. I mean, why not? They throw themselves under the bus. But, you know what I mean? Like, they lied to you. Hell, Catholics have more ritualism from pagans in it than. So sorry, Catholic family friends that are watching this and hate me now. But they do. And Catholic religion is based off of paganism. It was that they, in fact, we worship a lot of pagans religion and don't even realize it because we don't go back and look. A solar system, I agree. What come to me in meditation one day was a soul trap, and I was like, well, where the hell is the trap? So I had to get like I'm gonna research. I come up with the moon recycling plant. That's why everybody goes to a white light when you should go to the white light. And I'm just saying, and they recycle you there, give you a life review, do this, whatever, make you believe that you need to come back here, that you have unfinished business when you don't. One day they're going to make it. They're good at recycling us. That when you're born, you'll already have your debt from your last life that you got to work off. Watch. I mean, it kind of is that way now because you come in here and you forget, and you've already been here before. So I don't believe in soul contracts. A full contract, I can teach you how to cut that cord. When I astro projected, I didn't see a cord. So when people said they seen a cord, I couldn't understand that. I don't. I don't see a cord. Um, I know I'm connected to this body, but I'm also connected to the other bodies, right? That have my past lives. That's why I'm also going to get torched when I die. I don't want some black magician able to raise me up out of the grave one day. I don't want my body hanging around for thousands of years. I agree. I definitely agree with staying in the light. I learned though that the best thing that healed me is when I realized I am both evil and good, but I choose to be good. And by accepting that I can be both and that I know I have both in me, I won't be bad because to hurt someone the way that I can be hurt, I don't want to, you know, the basics. Well, after I know what Kelly means, but yeah, when you cross over, don't go to the light. Don't go to the light. That's not. That's a trick. That one's a trick. Um, yeah, yeah, it is a rough awakening. But I am glad that everything happens. I look back. I remember God telling me the things He wanted me to do was to write my book and to teach what I learned, and that's it. And I was like, well, people are going to make fun of me because no one believes like this. And I was told that I would be denying my own self truth. And it's true. Once you go inside and you're not listening to what somebody else tells you to believe, you'll get a whole different perspective of life. For real. And then you'll start learning that what I'm telling you is basically magic. It's either black magic or it's light magic. That's it. And so when you use the frequency of love to do your communications and your dealings, and in that frequency you have included the best for everybody involved, you get way further than going into a situation and wishing everybody to get, the big C and die, like old Chili Man. You're fine, Christine. I don't expect anybody. I don't expect anybody to believe what I'm saying. I'm just telling my truth. And that's what I was guided to do. So, but it is but a dream. I feel like that we are in either God's dream or, yeah, we're just what, like, we're all one. We all come from that source, but we're fractals of Him. So it could be, you know what I mean. Yeah, we definitely have gifts. We all definitely have gifts. And I believe that the reason I was blessed with communicating with family members that have gone on is because they have vital information to share. If that ever happens to anybody, don't be afraid of it. Let it flow. Yeah, this is my last trip too. I know this is my last trip. I knew it was my last trip a long time, and basically it's changing the way of changing my frequency. And you know what? The other magic, word magic, less government control of someone's mind. So why are we? What was the other one? Citizen says no, no. Person is a persona, a person mask. It's a mask. It's a persona. So it's like there's words that are intentionally created for wordplay. And so that's like even like cussing. Hey, I'm a big, I cuss like a sailor and I got kids. Like I got to watch it, right? But yeah, it's a big player in magic spells. Words are big players, and that's why. Because everybody has their own frequency. You speak that word and it reverberates. So here's the thing. So you're like I said, you're spewing that hate. That is creating a spell. You're hexing someone out on the road. You dumb piece of shit. Honk the horn. What are they doing? Okay. I know that sometimes we can't help it. But once you start meditating, um, yes, Kelly Fitzpatrick right there. The thing though, so you're listening to that spell crafting word magic crap, and you're like, is it true or not? Once you open your heart frequency up, right, and you've connected to God, because that's what you do with it. That's your telephone line to God. That's all it is. Okay, so you've opened that up and you go, man, is that true? Are they really trying to make us lose our identity by all this crap going on in the news, with, I'm just going to say it, the gender wars or whatever you want to call it? I have friends that are gay, and you can't say that word no more either. And I've never had a problem, and I've never made anybody feel bad. Maybe I have, but we've talked about it there because I just thought about one time and we talked about it. Um, but who am I to judge someone's sexuality, right? But I think they're trying to get children further away from who they are by snatching them up at such a young age. If they just say in school, hey, I'm uncomfortable, I feel like I'm a tomboy, Q word for them to take that child and try to turn it into another sex. And that's money for the doctor and money for, that's money for them by kidnapping your kid and doing that. When your child isn't old enough to make a decision like that, right? And here's the thing, I believe it's all in part of making you further from yourself, because the closer you are to yourself, the closer you are to yourself to be able to open up your heart and say, is this bullshit? Are they screwing with me? Answer full of love, like that loving feeling. That's God telling you, hey, you're being screwed with. That's what you go with. That's what that phone line is for. It's not to sit there and say, oh my God, grandma has herpes and I don't know what to do. Heal her, please. Heal her. I'm sorry. See, I don't even like saying stop. Shouldn't have said it. It was mean. It was wrong. Sorry. I don't want that to happen to grandma. But you see what I'm saying. When you go into prayer, like, I know grandma's healed. I know you have her because you always have. Oh, I can feel it. I can feel it. Woo, feel that love. That's a whole different prayer. And if you imagine you're selling or you imagine grandma, more than likely, she's going to heal. He's 5 years old that knows, like, hey, I wanted to grow up, but my mom didn't go reassign me as Wonder Woman. I mean, thank God because I was over that 6 weeks later. And I really feel like it's another way just to keep us away from each other. It's just like the racial issues. That's another one. Divide us. Because if we communicate and we get around each other and we start feeling each other's energy, that's our soul. God gave us that soul. There's some earthlings that don't have a soul. So we should pray for them with love. Like, have a soul. It's a good soul. Yeah, I have to show that. Like, this kills me. Now, hey, when you're 18 years old and your frontal lobe has grown a little bit, which really you should wait till you're about 25 because it's not completely grown until then, and that's where all your decision making processes come in, and you want to go cut Winky off, fine, do it. But if it ain't, then I don't think that they should have the right to your kid could be on horns the next day. Let's not hurt our children, but they're trying to hurt our children. And you know what the Bible says? You know what God does say about hurting children? God says that you should tie a brick to yourself and jump off a bridge for hurting children. And then you got that Balenciaga bullshit. Bondage dolls. I'm so glad I homeschool, where we identify as humans. I don't know. I don't know. I think I am going to ask. I'm going to ask what cards show up for. Let's see. We want to know what's going to happen in January. And then I'm going to get ready and cut the stream because I know I got people in my chat that got streams coming up. I want to jump over there and see what's going on maybe. And let you guys do the same. The Eight of Coins shows up first. Now that is the card of many different things going on. That's like the card of having a lot of, irons. Over top of it's the Emperor. And the Emperor in the question that I asked is what the world kind of looks like in January. That would be our government. Ooh, the words is there, and that's actually not good. That's lies. That's lies. Injustice. Um, and that's coming from government, emperor. Coming from your president. We already know that, don't we? Hell yeah. And if it takes smarter people than us to rule this country, then how do you explain Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? Please. Queen of Swords. That's actually action and be ready to fight. That's be ready to be defending your honor. The Ace of Wands shows up. It's actually having a plan where I'm the one reading it, and I do have a plan when the world goes to shit. That's why I'm sitting on 18 acres, and that's why it is almost paid for. Thank God, because we can and I'll fight for it. I don't care. There's only one driveway up, one road up mine. I know who's as soon as you hit the road who's coming. So believe me, that's a good lookout point on each side. Mm-hmm. I got a plan. And no one's taking anything. And I will feed people too. That's my plan. That's why I want to live where I live. I want to help people when shit goes to shit because it's going to. It is going to. What president? Right? I agree with that. I don't even have one right now. So up, we have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. That's man and woman drawing their sword to. The Two of Coins shows two paths, and they are both equally hard. You got the Kips, which is emotions. Now, there is one where your ship sinks, like the Two of Coins is it's turning a tragedy into a good thing. So it's basically, well, I mean, what are we gonna do when we are sitting here faced with, boy, we got to figure out how to survive, and it's on us, right? You have to turn that in as you can situation, and don't let them take your guns. The Eight of Wands is struggle and strife, and you know what's funny? So that's our January struggles and strife, and look at all the sheep in the field. Just now noticed it. These cards are trying to tell me something. Yeah, Kelly, I do have a mixed group. I like it. I like my group. They're pretty good people, all of them. And it's so funny because some of them, pretty different groups. Some of us subscribe others, and some of us don't. Okay, come back. All right, it came back. Good, just in time. I want to tell everybody that I am so glad that you came to join me tonight. I am feeling so much better. This is what I needed. And I know it's cutting up bad, so I'm going to go ahead and get off of here and let you guys go. But happy Christmas. And like I said, I will be working that interview out. Beth, the second interview. And I'm excited about it because, like I said, her book is to be out. So we'll catch up on that info. Okay. And everybody, I will do something before the new year, but in case, you never know, Have a happy new year. And everybody be safe and be good. And stay out of the Borg.